I do have an additional prayer that the Nigerian Immigration and Prison Services should liaise with the Libyan prisons to repatriate Nigerian female prisoners who birthed children in prisons.
They have paraded young men and women who have been brutalized, dehumanized in Libya.
True, inside Libya, inside their prison. How did they share each other urine? This one go piss, give this one to drink, that one go piss.
Now, you just came outside to tell us that your cost per kilometer of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road is 7.5 billion. Don't forget, the estimated cost for that project was about 15 trillion.
Nigeria's biggest problem today is envy, jealousy, and wickedness in the hearts of our so-called politicians who are, leading us to hellfire. Of course, we have seen it, countless times. So Senator Natasha Akpoti was, at the Senate chamber yesterday, and he made a proposal for the Nigerian government to help stranded Nigerians in Libya who were being trafficked, and many of them were imprisoned illegally. Now, she made this because a lot of complaint has been made both online and offline regarding the Nigerian situations who are stranded in Libya. We have had some cases of women, giving birth in prison, and their children and, their mothers are also in prison, inside the cell. This is very, very alarming. And the so-called Senate president refused to endorse or to approve this particular proposal because it is coming from Senator Natasha. Now, it is a great thing that we are having some individual who are speaking up for the less privileged, for the poor Nigerians out there. I thought the use of government is for the protection of its citizen, protection of life. Like the American government is operating, their citizen is their number one priority. No matter where they are, in any part of this world, America will go any length to ensure that their citizens are being rescued. Now, Mama P came out also to thank the honorable woman, Mrs. Akpoti, Senator Natasha Akpoti, for making that bold step in exposing this issue. And then Adams Oshmole, the former APC national chairman, if I'm not mistaken, also came out to actually support and made some statement that, okay, the Nigerian government's insecurity that's going on in Nigeria today is also part of, it's being contributed by Libya. Talking about the Gaddafi fight and the dissolution of some fractions, which led to some arms, being sold to different parts of the country. According to him, Nigerian government need to look into it and ensure that the citizens are being sensitized and, given a proper orientation, that there's nothing such, as anything called green pasture in Libya. Talk more of, any other whatever they are going there to look for, that Nigeria is far better than going to Libya. Of course, we know that these people are not even going there to end up in Libya. Most of them are going there because they want to get access to Europe and other parts of the countries that they feel is better for them. Meanwhile, the big man himself, Seaking, has also exposed our so-called engineer, Dave Umahi, the Minister of Work. It is very, very outrageous. He came out and said that, 1 kilometer, this thing of that coastal Lagos to Calabar Coastal Road, cost about 7.5 billion naira, and after they calculate 5 billion naira or whatever he called it, and after the calculation, it still felt that minister is owing Nigeria about 10 trillion naira. Oh yeah, now first of all, watch this video and listen to waiting. The big man herself, Mrs. Uduaga, actually said in the Senate chamber, and I'll be right back.
Additional prayer, please.
Additional prayer, yes.
Uduaha, representing the people of Kogi Central. I do have an additional prayer that the Nigerian Immigration and Prison Services should liaise with the Libyan prisons to repatriate Nigerian female prisoners who birthed children in prisons. This is born out of the fact that numerous Nigerian women who were sex trafficked to Libya and happened to escape the unworthy, unhuman situations were arrested and detained in Nigeria, in the Libyan prisons, and they are being used to satisfy the sexual urges of the prison warders and prison officials. It is a fact that many of our Nigerian women who found themselves in the Libyan prisons are pregnant, and many have given birth to children who live in the prisons. So I would appreciate the chambers and my colleagues do approve this, so that children, innocent children who are of Nigerian heritage, do not suffer with their innocent mothers, that they be brought back to Nigeria. Thank you. Immigration and prison services to liaise with the Libyan prisons to repatriate Nigerian female prisoners who birthed children in Libyan prisons.
All right. Any seconder? Any seconder? Yes, seconder, the leader of the Senate.
To second the additional prayer as most ably moved by the distinguished Senator Natasha.
Repeat the additional prayer so that people understand.
Well, Mr. President, Mr. President and distinguished colleagues,
the additional prayer.
I know at all times and in all situations,
the additional prayer is
They have paraded young men and women who have been brutalized, dehumanized in Libya, and yet, some Nigerians will still take advantage to go there. What are they looking for? We need to also educate our people, because as we speak, even our security challenges in Nigeria, not a few believe that with the collapse of the authorities in Libya, those weapons that are now in Nigeria that are being used for kidnapping, for mayhem, for all kinds of criminality, many trace them to the collapse of Gaddafi and the subsequent anarchy that prevailed in Libya for a long time. So I think we should do both. Not just condemn how our people are treated in Libya, but also focus on how to discourage our people from going there. They need to know that that is not a place you go for, quote, greener pasture. There is no pasture there, whether green, blue, or black. Nigerians need to be educated on this. Because like you said, my brother, these have been over and over and over. And yet, our people keep going there. I think we do need to search our own conscience, educate our own people, and discourage them from going to zones that we know if they get there, they are going to end up in the manner that some of these people have ended up. Thank you, Mr. President.
After listening to this woman, I could only but see the passion to say Nigeria work. Truly, Mrs. Uduaghan embodies, the people's, in her mind. She understands the pains that Nigerians are going through. She's a woman and she knows the pains it means. It is to actually have to give birth, and upon giving birth, you're being subjected to an inhuman treatment. You are being, thrown into prison together with your child. This is very, very painful. At least, if Nigeria cannot do anything for us, they should, prioritize our security, prioritize our welfare, prioritize the fact that we are the citizen of this country who is paying tax to them, and they are taking the money and enriching themselves. At least for that sake, they should protect our lives. Well, Mama P came out to also, lend her voice to the matter and say that Nigerians need to begin to also air out their opinion on this issue, because this is our brothers and sisters stranded there in Libya. This is what she told, guys, and stay tuned, because after this particular video, I'll bring you the next video of Seaking, exposing the so-called Minister of Work who has looted trillions of naira into his personal treasury alongside the APC people who are supporting him. Watch the video, guys. Don't forget to share this video, subscribe, and also hit the like button above.
Through inside Libya, inside their prison, how they share each other urine. This one go peace, give this one to drink, that one go peace. If your hands are not busy, help me use those blessed fingers of yours for thank Goddess Senator Natasha Akpoti for daring to be a strong voice in the midst of intimidation, for deciding to be the voice of the voiceless. I watched her motion today and I say, Kai, so if you actually get senator, we go they talk, we see actually concern poor man. We fit get person, we go stay for them, remember people where they house. Nigeria has 109 senators. Out of that 109 senators, now only 4 be women. Then you see why this senate go hard Natasha sumo, if not because we go help weapon and the people voice wey go dey back. Out of those 4 women, so 1 na former deputy governor, 2 deputy governor follow Wike. So you know where she is. You know why you have not heard her name now since. The other one, Retiki Gibe, LP, wey enter they start to behave like APC. The third one, Idiat Oluranti Adebule, former deputy governor, Oda but the APC. So you see why the 3 women are silent. You see why they cannot talk. You see why Nole Natasha be like say na come be the bad person, because of course now she know unless she waka come. You see the reason why they look at like who the Chris. Even in the midst of all the intimidation, she's daring to state her points clear. May all the senators come sit down swear juju, say they don't understand what Natasha talk for them today. Say they know they see the videos of Nigerian people, the ones who don't manage escape Libya, when they give their audio, when they talk what happened to them inside that desert. Let them come and say they are not aware. Is this not what women, I mean the women in power now, senators, minister for women, Abike, all of them go put hands together and say, maybe we save these women from Libya prison. The prison warders don't turn to sex toys. They grape, they molest, they dehumanize on a steady. Is it not time for all the strong women in Nigeria to come together and say, this woman is making a point? How do we help? How do we come in? Prevail on Nigerian government. Do something. Help our women that are stranded in Libya. After all, they left because they are looking for greener pastures. The country goes therefore no wrong. Talk to the government over there to bring them back. Government talk to government understand. Instead, what do? They are trying to make it look like she's saying gibberish, you know. But we, the poor masses, we the trenches, we see you, ma'am. God bless you. Just some months ago, it's up to a month, this boy was crying non-stop online, begging for money to run away from the same Libya. I think he has come to Nigeria, and Nigerians have to put hands together to help him to come back. Somebody please correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. I've seen multiple interviews of women explaining what they went through inside Libya, inside their prison, how they share each other urine. This one go piss, give this one to drink, that one go piss, and then somebody is raising it up in the house, telling you now that they're even children or they don't they born for them. Please, let's bring them back. All of you are making a joke of it. Shame on all of you. If your fingers are not busy, use your hands where God go. You say they give you money. Help me tag Senator Natasha. Tell them say thank you, because they said gratitude is a way of asking for more. Now who that they tell thank you, they get power to do more. Ma'am, you are not alone. We understand you. We hear you clear. Posterity will judge you right.
All right, guys, welcome back again. So you actually heard it right from Mama P. I mean, we really need to actually give a shout out to the big woman herself, Senator Natasha Akpoti Uduaga, for lending her voice in this critical time where it was rare, where no one wanted to speak up, because of course the only thing the Senate Assembly, Senate Chamber, they discuss in the Assembly is how to loot and how to send prayers to their bank accounts and their emails, other than catching and caring for the lives of Nigerians, other than giving Nigerians the quality leadership they deserve. Today they will come out and build one road and expect us to actually come out and begin to thank them and say that, oh, they have done the best thing, and all of those praises that they don't even deserve. That is all they are actually seeking for. Meanwhile, we'll come back to this issue of insecurity, but then moving on and talking about this whole issue relating to Dave Umahi, who has stolen trillions of naira in the course of building the Lagos to Calabar coastal road, which he came out to say that he came out to actually make a statement that about 1 kilometer of the road, or probably how he calculated it, cost about 7.5 billion naira. And at the end of the calculation, Nigerians are not sleeping. Nigerians calculated, and the estimated cost of the road was about 15 trillion naira. And after much calculation and everything, it's amounted to 5.something trillion naira. This is to say that Engineer Dave Umahi is owing Nigeria nothing less than 10 trillion naira, which is unaccounted for. Okay, this matter is not going to end here. Listen to it in the big man himself, Seaking, talked about this issue, and according to him, how it's going to be, because Nigerians are already, buckling up to actually sue him and probably get the full issue details of what has actually happened.
Professor Dave Umahi, I don't show. The only professor that graduated from Lagos Calabar Coastal Road. Well done. Now, you just came outside to tell us that your cost per kilometer of the Lagos Calabar Coastal Road is 7.5 billion. Don't forget, the estimated cost for that project was about 15 trillion. Now, if you want to do the cost per kilometer according to the 15 trillion, we'll arrive to 22.4 billion per kilometer. Now, let's do your 7.5 billion per kilometer times 700 kilometer. We will arrive at 5.something trillion. If we come out that 5.something trillion from the initial 15 trillion, we still have about 10 trillion that is not accounted for, minister. Minister, professor, we still have about 10 trillion that is not accounted for on that project. Now, the Win Home Estate, this woman now, where you demolish her estate while trying to construct that road, the project is about $250 million. She is not telling you to pay $250 million. No. She is telling you that that's the cost for her own project, but you need to pay and compensate her for her own part of the land that you destroyed and took away, which is very explainable. So tell me now, professor, in all this money that I just mentioned now, what is now difficult for you to settle this one according to the law? What is now disturbing you, delaying you, that you are beating around the bush, that you are granting and embarrassing yourself, calling your own self professor, who will not know where you carry and come from, just because you want to pay her a compensation? She did not tell you to bring $250 million. So come and pay for the part that you destroyed and took from her land. Simple.
Very, very shameful that Nigerians cannot hold its leader accountable, and our leaders cannot be trusted. They are not even accountable to the people. Imagine Engineer Dave Umahi representing over 200 million Nigerians coming out on social on a TV platform, a national TV, to curse and insult Nigerians for asking him for the cost per kilometer of the road he has claimed to has built or started building, constructing rather. And he's coming out to make noise, tell us that he doesn't owe us that, he can't provide us with that, the breakdown of the cost of the road construction. And I blame Tinubu for this, because had it been Tinubu is actually very strict in ensuring that every project is doing, he makes sure that he monitors it. Of course, this is why we need a leader who can walk around, a leader who can inspect the project he's doing, not a leader who will stay there in the office and give money and yet he doesn't know what is happening with the money he has given. No doubt Tinubu might be disbursing a lot of funds, but how are these funds being used? How are this money being spent for the benefit of the Nigerian people who they are taxing their lives out? In 2026 is going to be even worse. Everybody will pay tax. You pay through your nose, pay through your mouth, pay through any means available. These people are out there to extort you even when they have not given you job. It's a big shame, and I pray that one day we get out of this particular mess that we are already involved in. Well, guys, thank you for watching, and don't forget to smash the like button. Also, let me know your opinion on this issue of Senator Natasha Akpoti Uduaghan. I mean, she raised a valid point, and if Nigeria will look into this matter, I'll be very, very grateful, because our brothers and sisters are stranded in Libya who are looking for greener pasture. Imagine Nigeria had a better life. Imagine Nigeria had, all it takes to actually give us a good environment. All we are looking for is conducive environment to do business. And I bet you no Nigerian will want to leave this country in the name of greener pasture. When the basic amenities have been put in place, electricity, for instance, has become one of the biggest stress so far. Look at me now doing voiceover for a video I would have used my face to record. This is the height of it, guys. This is where Nigeria is at the moment in 2025, 25th century, when other countries are already living in their probably hundreds, in their 101st centuries. We are still living in darkness. It is very, very bad, and we all need to begin to speak about these issues, because our lives is at stake at this matter. And 2027, it is the only way. If we cannot start protesting, it is the only way, only hope of a common man, for a chance of survival. Thank you guys for watching, and see you on my next video.